Okay, we're going to do an exercise session today for the lower body. And all you need, if you can't get down on the ground, a bed will work. So, first one is straight leg raises. Keep your leg nice and straight, and we're going to go 10 times. 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep that knee nice and straight. Make sure the abs are in so your back is not arching. And 10. Do the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Back to the other side. This time we're going to turn the toes out. Use a little bit more of the inner thigh. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to go into bridges. So what we're going to do for these is curl the spine, do a little bit of a pelvic tilt, curl the spine up and down. To make sure you don't overarch your back, there should be no soreness in your back. You're just going to tilt and curl up, curl back down. Should be feeling this in the glutes. You should be pushing through the heels more than the toes, although you do not need to lift up your toes. And 2 more. Good. Let's go back to the leg raises. This time we're just going to do little pulses. Want to flex that foot, then you'll get a little bit straighter. You'll use those quads a little bit more. Good. And we'll switch sides. And consider this part of our warm-up. Get more into it. We're going to go back into those pelvic tilt bridges, segmental bridges. We're going to do a 5-second hold at the top, and then we'll come back down. Go up. Remember, don't overarch your back, trying to lift up higher. Go into whatever range you can. Make sure the glutes are doing more of the work. Good. Now we're going to do a little bit of an ab exercise. So if your ribs are sticking out, you really want to pull those ribs in, kind of flatten the lower back a little bit, but the whole lower back doesn't have to be flattened, just those ribs need to pull down against the floor or the bed. This one is better to be done. And so what you're going to do is keep those abs nice and strong. You're going to lift the leg alternating. And basically you should not feel any movement in your pelvis. And this is one, just lifting up a little bit is harder than lifting up the leg really far. So just a tiny bit of a lift. And I was going to say this is done better on the floor than on the bed. So if you're doing this on the bed, just be very slow and controlled and make sure you feel those abs working. You should just feel those abs nice and stable. Almost like if somebody was going to punch you in the belly, your abs would firm up. You're not sucking those abs in. So you're 2 more on each side. Okay. We're going to go back into those bridges. This time we're going to hold for 10 seconds. We're going to do 5 of them. We're going to get those glutes to squeeze, push through those heels to lift. Make sure you keep your back nice and flat. You're not arching through the back. You will definitely get back pain if you arch through your back. Good. Two more. Last one here for those bridges with a hold. Good. Okay, now we're going to turn on to our side. We're going to start using those gluteus medius muscles. So this first one is clamshell. Your feet you want in line with your hips in line with the shoulder. You're going to keep those heels together. You're going to squeeze through the butt and lift that knee. Your knee does not need to go to the ceiling because what's going to happen is your pelvis is going to rotate backwards. So you're just going to squeeze, get that squeeze right there in your back pocket. Eight, 9, 10. If you're feeling that down in your thigh, your hip has probably rotated backwards, so you need to correct yourself. Make sure it's well forward. Next one, you're going to do hip abduction. Straight leg this time. Again, you do not need to lift up to the ceiling. You lift in whatever range you can lift while feeling that glute work, not down in the thigh. Again, if you feel it in the thigh, roll the hip a little bit more forward. Chances are if you lift too high, you'll start to twist back and you won't even realize it. Okay, we're going to do another set of each of those. You should feel those buns working now. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, as if that wasn't enough fun, we're going to now do circles. So leg is going to stay straight. These are little circles, 10 backwards, 10 forwards. The rest of you should be nice and stable, so you should feel your abs working to kind of keep you nice and strong here. 9, 10, and let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, because we have two sides, we need to go to the other side. So you're going to be having that hip nice and forward. You're squeezing through the glutes. 1, 2. Make sure the heels are staying together, not so much your toes. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to straighten that leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Backward circles. 7, 8, 9, 10. Forward circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And because I forgot a second set, we're going to do the second set of the clams. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And the hip abduction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to go back onto your back, and we're going to go up into that bridge. This one we're going to try something a little crazy, and we're going to try to weight shift and pick up a foot. So this is called bridge with a march. If you are not strong enough to keep yourself stable here, what I want you to do is just pick up a heel, and it's more of a weight shift that way. Okay, so you do not want the hips moving. You're using your abs, you're using your glutes to keep yourself stable. So if you're able to, you're going to lift up the foot just about an inch or two from the ground. And if you're not quite able to do that yet, you're just going to lift a foot and shift back and forth. Also, if you need a little bit of break, if you feel like you're fatiguing or getting a little back pain, come down during that and then reset and come back up and finish it. Good. Okay, back to the quads. We're going to bring the foot up. We're going to make circles in that mid position. 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2. Should feel those abs working a little bit to keep you stable here too. If you're flopping all over the place, turn those abs on. 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And finishing up the exercises on the bed, you're going to turn over onto your side. This foot can either come here, or if it's more comfortable to just keep it back here. The idea is it's just going to help you with a little bit more surface area, keep it more stable. We're going to come 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then we're going to pulse 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Make sure that knee stays straight. Then we're going to come here and we're going to do our circles here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Feel the burn in that inner thigh. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, other side. Again, that top leg can either curl in the front to give you more stability, or if it's just a little bit more comfortable for your hip mobility, keep it behind you. 1, 2, keep that knee straight, foot flexed. 8, 9, 10, pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, and circles. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so that's a nice little set of exercises that you can do right here on your bed. You can add ankle weights if those were not difficult. You can also add a band around your knees during the bridges and the clams. If that was not too much work, I would do it another time all the way through. Okay, hope you enjoy.